Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm excited to talk about the importance of shifting from our mind to our body and how this can be so helpful in recovering from neuroplastic pain or mind-body concerns. So let's get into it. Now, before I get into today's topic, I want you to know that I just spent the day at a medical conference presenting on neuroplastic pain and pain reprocessing therapy. Now, our mission at my agency is to help people, of course, recover from neuroplastic pain or mind-body concerns. But my larger goal is to make it so that this approach becomes part of, you know, the medical system and that we're treating pain in this way as well. I'm not trying to take away from the different structural ways we also treat pain. That's important. But this approach is also really helpful for so many people. And I want it to become just part of our system and how we treat pain. Now, in today's topic, I want to talk about the importance of shifting from our mind to our body. Now, for myself personally, I can spend a lot of time in my mind, worrying, having fear thoughts, being excessively preoccupied about things. Now, at one point, this was about my pain. I was obsessed and preoccupied, and I was probably thinking about it 80% of the day. But other points in my life, it's been about work or school, sometimes, certain hobbies I have, and I can tend to just get so lost in my head. And eventually, you spend enough time in your head, you start to feel pretty distressed and on high alert. And I think I spent a lot of my life avoiding being in my body because I just didn't feel safe there. I didn't feel safe being in my body with the emotions that I would feel. And so there needs to be this shift of spending so much time in our head to being more in our body and being present in our body, whether it's with pain, whether it's with emotions, or whether it's just attending to your internal state and sitting with your breath. And I think this is such an important part of recovery from neuroplastic pain that people miss sometimes, right? Gathering evidence, right? Believing that it's neuroplastic, all that's important. But we also need to practice shifting from our mind and being more in our body. And by doing this, by actually starting to shift our body and feeling safe there, we spend less time just constantly in the stories in our head. Because the more time we spend there, the more on high alert we become. And by actually attending to our body, I talk about the concept of story follows state, right? We're constantly wrapped up in the story in our head, but sometimes that's being directed by the state of our body and our nervous system. So we need to spend time actually being in our body and living there. And so today, I thought I would go through a shifting from your mind to your body meditation that I know I use a lot. And so I'll give you an example of what this looks like. So you can close your eyes or lower your gaze and just start off by taking a few deep, light, and easy breaths in and out, just slowing it down. And what we're actually going to practice doing is just at first observing our thoughts. Our mind's always thinking. And so, thoughts kind of happen almost in a stream. And so I want you to imagine almost sitting on the bank of this stream and not getting too overly attached to the thoughts, but just practicing watching thoughts go by. Sometimes they go by quickly, and other times they go by slowly. Just practice detaching and being curious about your thoughts, just separating yourself and watching them go by. And see what you notice. Are they fear thoughts? Are they judgments? Are they just random things you're thinking about your day? And also notice, are all of the thoughts about the same thing? Do they tend to be caught on something? Now, every once in a while, as you're watching your thoughts, it's almost like you'll get latched onto one and kind of dragged down the stream. When this happens, just let go and allow it to fade out. And as you observe your thoughts, I almost want you to start treating them like they're background characters. Background characters in a movie. They're always there, but no one ever pays attention to them. So just treat them almost as like background characters. We don't need to be so caught up in the story. They're just thoughts. They're not facts. Our mind's always thinking, so you don't need to try and stop it or resist it. Just detach yourself and treat them like background characters. And now, what I want you to do is just scan your body. And notice if you feel an unpleasant sensation, or even just a neutral sensation. It could be an emotion in your body. But just scan your body. Just notice what you find. Just practice shifting your focus away from your mind and into your body. And just spend a little time breathing with the sensation, reminding yourself whether this is pain or an emotion, you're safe to attend to it. It's okay to attend to this. We all feel unpleasant sensations sometimes. And just be curious there. Notice what's going on. And allowing it to kind of occur. You don't need to make it go away or change. Just attend to it in this way. Kind of breathe into it a bit. Allow it to be kind of soothed by your breath. And now, scan your body again. And notice if you can identify a pleasant sensation. Even just a small area that feels more pleasant. And just kind of focus in on this area and allow yourself to lean into it, to kind of savor it, to breathe with it for a moment. Because we also need practice attending to pleasant sensations in our body. And as you do this, if you get lost back in your thoughts, that's okay. We've spent a long time in our minds. Just gently shift back to the sensations in your body again. Just breathe with them for another moment. And when you're ready, you can come back to the room. So that was a shifting from your mind to your body meditation that I tend to do a lot, even personally. And I think there's a lot of benefit here. Now, the secret to this is consistency. Even for myself, I can get lost in preoccupation or fear thoughts. But over time, I've gotten better at shifting to my body, soothing whatever I find there, exploring whatever I find there, and attending to my internal state instead of being so lost in the story. So, I hope this video was helpful. Please put your questions or comments down below, hit the like button, and subscribe to my channel, as I'm going to release videos every week talking about neuroplastic pain and mind-body concerns. Take care.